You're welcome to class of 97. I'm one of the hosts, Rawid. Back in 94, which you was probably calling me Kurt. So yeah, man. Class of 97, where we talk about culture and everything, what from like 94, 95, 96, 97. Over here I have one of my co-hosts, Janae. Dr. Akbar. She hates when I call her doctor, but she is
Back
the doctor.
in 94, you were probably just calling me Janae.
Business casual Janae. We got Kim over here. You want to say something?
Corporate Kim.
Not really.
Right, corporate Kim now. Yo, you know how they do the
Back in
it's a whole
94, we
series
were
of
not calling you
corporate
Corporate
Kim.
Aaron. Oh, yeah.
Remember I said
the little corporate memes and stuff? Yes,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
so funny.
Yo.
We were not calling me Corporate Kim in 94.
And I got my main man Raheem over here holding it down.
They call me Is.
Right?
Yeah.
Is.
Or
I
Dickhead.
feel like they call me Big
on your
Alex.
shirt.
Told, yeah, there you go.
Do it
right
say
there.
it?
Right there. There you go.
It's funny how it's just like that's a Philly word that's not
I
even
don't like that
like
John. Don't call me that John.
You don't like it?
No.
I mean, I'm just saying it though.
You gotta be real careful with that John, man, because that's a line. It's a fighting John. That's a fighting John.
So,
But it is
It's a Philly word.
not maybe I'm not going to address you as dickhead, but you absolutely that's the go-to for when something pissed you off. Come on, dickhead.
You don't think so?
But come on,
That's
dickhead.
the go-to.
I don't like that John.
No,
man.
not to each
Not
other.
to a person.
But just in general. Like, man, Bull being a dick, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, now we ready to fight. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No,
I'm not talking me and you talking about somebody though.
Oh no, okay, yeah, he dickhead.
Or we trying to get off the bus.
Okay,
Right.
But if we talking, we have a problem.
No,
You
no.
call me dickhead.
I'm just saying it's,
No, like what you want to fight?
It's
Like,
part
I
of-
understand, like
it's part of common vernacular for Philly.
It is.
Like I remember climbing out the back window of the bus or
No,
something
back
like
door, the kid. That's
Right.
That's number one. Joint on something bus. Boy, hit the button and he ain't stopping off.
Backdoor.
Back-
And because he wasn't an immediate dickhead. He was a dickhead because I hit the joint like 3 times and he didn't. That's why he get the
See, this is the
dickhead.
grammar of it. You
If
gotta
I was driving,
understand.
if I was the driver, you call me dickhead like that, I kept on going. I went next to come on.
They did though.
That's why
And that's why we hopped out the back window.
it was a catch-22.
You always get out the back window of the bus.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, you did that.
That's a definite West.
Listen,
Hey,
we
you
hopped
ever
out the
heard of
back.
this? I've never. I didn't know the bus
Pull up the
window
little
open.
rig, the rig.
The old bus. You
Thank
right.
Why the
you.
bus was moving?
I mean, no, I ain't got.
No, they
Like-
I've seen that,
When it's
and
up?
they that little red
The
handle
little
on
red
the
handle.
old
I've done
bus,
it on the XH.
and they would roll out the window, like
I've done it
push
on
the
the
window
XH
and roll out the window.
Without a doubt.
That must have been how y'all was raised.
Don't bring that up
just
down.
saying.
Don't bring
So
that.
we been on a little break. How everybody doing?
Life.
Life be life.
Life be life.
Yo, so that's such an old answer, yo. Like life be life.
It's true though. It don't stop.
We
We got a lot of stuff going on. Graduation,
Graduation,
proms, college,
proms.
kids.
Yes, and so
I just drove
Yeah, to go pick up
6 hours a day to get my son back and forth.
Same.
You know
4
what I'm
hours
saying?
to
Like-
pick up Zayd from school.
Come on, man.
So
Yep, Maddie came
That
home
John turned it was
last
a
night.
2.5 hour trip, turned to 3 hours. The first 25 miles took me an hour and a half.
Mm.
That means nothing to
Everybody
me. I don't
does that.
understand
Yeah, come
time
on,
and distance.
New York. And then the next 75 miles took me another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Listen.
Now, you know what I'm done with this, John. It's me.
all right, so let's hop in this. Let's hop in this time machine, right? So we hopping back to '94.
94.
What is it? April, May, spring of '94.
Oh.
We was
good
wrapping up
times.
freshman year of high school.
Yep, end of freshman year.
And the freshman year.
That was fun.
Yeah,
No,
the end of the year.
Oh yeah, I was.
Because I was almost popping.
I was getting confident then.
Yep, that's
I was-
right.
That's when y'all
right.
started
I
to get
was
y'all gear
almost-
straight and
Gear was nice. I had my little polos on. I had my whole outfit. My uniform was Guess jeans,
Uh-huh.
Tim's.
'94.
I'm trying to tell you,
Pencil
bro.
pockets was.
Pencil pockets.
Yeah,
what?
that was the time.
Man, was
That's
it?
when that first started being
Okay.
a thing.
That was like, but I didn't get something to my birthday around the time, so it was like around this time.
Oh yeah, now it's about to be the
going to
end of the
summertime,
school
You
year.
can tell me shit.
So funny story when but the year before, the summer before we started 10th grade,
I mean, girlfriend.
like the end of this year, I went to my family lives in Texas. All my family lives in Texas. I went to Texas for the summer,
Right.
and the plan was to not come back, to stay, because my whole family lives in Texas. My
Right.
mom was like the last sibling of hers who didn't move with her kids, and so the plan was for me to go to Texas and not come back, and then do 10th grade and everything and
In
start
Texas?
living in Texas.
No,
But I was almost popping.
You were
Mm.
like, nah, I gotta
I
go
can't do it. I
back.
can't
huh?
do it.
I had tried out for Pep Squad. Like I was almost
remember you
popping.
was
So
on
I
Pep
remember it was
Squad.
like I told my mom I went there with the like intention of doing it, but towards the end of the summer I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta go back. I gotta go
Yeah,
back.
I had made the football
Because
team.
10th grade about to be popping, and here we are. I never went.
What
but
you had going on in 10th grade? I mean 9th grade, at the end of ninth
in the
grade.
ninth grade.
In the ninth
A
grade
new book bag. I mean, new
briefcase.
briefcase.
That's funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was in love with Salim Bailey. That's the only thing I can think of. I feel like I was obsessed with him, so probably chasing him around Mount
So-
Airy.
Mm.
Did you go to Maryland?
Shout out to Salim. He didn't
He
go
went
to
to
Maximum High School.
Oh.
He left and went somewhere else.
So I think, yeah, it was fun, man. It was so Central. It was so much freedom. You could leave for lunch. You could leave and go play
Mm.
ball. You could cut
Mm.
class. So that it was fun, man. It was warm.
Smoking on South Lawn.
And it was our first experience with
Yeah,
it.
that
so,
kind of
Yeah,
freedom.
right. People, you ain't
Smoking on South Lawn. Yeah.
Right.
The white boys.
we freshmen still, so it was kind of like, oh, we could go over there.
I wasn't quite popping. I remember it being hot, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta cut these jeans. I gotta sacrifice these jeans to make shorts, yo." I remember that. I was like, "Yo, these Jones is. I hope I don't need them next year because I'm cutting these Jones." But yeah, so yeah, it was fun, man.
It was,
so
yeah, I remember it being
towards the
fun.
end of the year, so all right, we going.
Especially, I mean, you start off, you was like, we was scared. I mean, you go to Central, it's what 4,000 people in that joint,
Yeah.
probably 3,000 people in that school. That joint was like kind of crazy.
Y'all had
By the time-
booze? Y'all had booze?
So do you remember?
Oh, I had me a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I was sharing,
Look at the shows got up. Oh, yeah.
I was sharing a locker with a senior. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it like that.
You said, wait, what?
Did it? Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, a little chill. Yeah, I forgot the
He
name,
definitely
bro.
did that. She
You
was
forgot the
there,
name.
and
That's
she
the
was
name.
in 253.
Yes.
She sure was.
Yo.
What? Whole time I got my little jean jacket in that joint and everything. Yeah, we had my own combination in the joint. Yeah, I was getting iron freshman year. I'm trying to tell
She
you.
was in
I
253. But he was trying to do the football thing too, so you gotta remember that.
Yeah.
That gave him a little edge in
Hey,
the
listen, I was
upperclassmen
getting
department.
handsome. I was getting handsome.
Yeah, I mean.
Listen, I definitely was feeling myself, though.
I'm trying to tell you, I feel
was-
myself
Y'all
too.
Girls was
remember-
liking me.
No, they
Dark,
like me
dark
too.
skin. Yo, dark skin came in, bro.
No, you right.
Do y'all
Listen-
remember
It
in
was the
ninth
Morris
grade?
Chestnut, Omar Epps period. So yeah,
Y'all
Tyson
remember in ninth
Beckford.
grade
Mhm.
when I had keloids on my ear?
I do remember that.
So at the end of ninth grade,
You got to get on.
I got my keloids.
You type of shit, wasn't you? He couldn't tell you nothing.
I remember
And
that.
it was like the beginning of popping. I'm trying to tell you. So I feel like it happened sometime in the spring because I went to school afterwards. Like it was
I
like
kinda remember that
outpatient
too, a little
procedure.
bit.
I went and got them joints taken off. They were huge in there.
Mm.
I got them taken off, and then I came to school afterwards. They put like one little
This was
stitch in the
this was
back.
still in ninth grade.
This is ninth grade.
Mm.
I came to school afterwards, and literally people was like, "Hey!" And I was like, I promise y'all, and
Yeah.
I
That was
didn't
in their
really.
head, dog. That was
No,
in
I
their-
promise
'cause you
y'all,
was
I
already a
didn't
little
really
popular
get.
already.
I didn't get bullied or nothing for him, but people wasn't
Yeah.
trying to holler like niggas. And I'm telling you, I was walking from Broad Downey down the street, and I had a little confidence. And things was up, and that was the beginning of popping. Next thing I know, Pep
Yeah.
Squad and everything else.
No, I was.
That
But
was
yes,
fun.
that was the end of ninth grade. I got them
That was
joints
fun.
off.
No, that joint definitely. So all right, so they had a couple dances towards the end of the year.
The sock hop, which y'all acting
We
like
didn't
y'all
have
don't
none
remember.
yet.
Y'all ain't had no dances?
No, I ain't go.
They definitely had a dance called the sock hop.
And you wore socks. We had just got a new
I didn't
gym
go.
at
I
Central.
know I ain't wear socks.
And you couldn't wear, everybody, you couldn't wear sneakers and all that, and shoes and stuff. And so we had an actual sock hop, and you had to leave your shoes and check
Nah,
your
man.
shoes.
I
And
promise
everybody
you.
had socks on, and that was when it was like me, Ronnie, Tashia, like it was
I'm trying.
us as freshmen, but like the whole school went. It wasn't like a
Right. It wasn't
a
class
class
dance.
dance. Yeah, the
That's
whole
why I'm
school was
thinking
in
maybe
there,
the joint maybe go. I'm trying to think maybe.
and it was fun.
It was fun.
It was. That's probably the funnest dance I've ever. That's the funnest
remember
event
hearing
probably I
about
did
it.
at Central.
I remember hearing
I ain't
about
gonna
it.
lie, I can't remember. if I
And we
remember.
all wore socks, and we
I
you
can't
We had
remember
a
that
winter
joint.
dance, but
and that's the funnest. It was like a party. It wasn't really even a dance. It was like a big giant party, and everybody was there, and
So
that was
I
my
don't-
funnest event.
I don't know if this put me in a time machine, but it's crazy, like looking back at the transition like a lot of people struggle with a transition into high school in the ninth grade.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That joint, like, is just being an adult now and like just talking to people that got kids and
That
like,
might be the hardest job.
yo,
Not
like,
at Masterman because he just was like,
Well, because
Well,
most of y'all
Yeah,
went
come on,
there
already.
Yeah,
but
y'all
then you
went
gotta go
there.
from middle school. You got these little bit of people, and you top of the, you know what I mean?
yep.
And then you go to high school, you back to the bottom again. So it's like,
I went to Catholic school K through 8. I never seen white people in school.
Yeah.
I never
Where you
saw
went to?
Indian people, St. Athanasius in
okay.
Uptown.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I never saw any. I mean, I saw those people in life, but I never saw them in school.
So I went to Wilson. So I had them in my school.
When I
and
talk,
my school was small. I didn't 500. Remember, you said 900
Yeah.
kids in
Right,
freshman,
right,
just
right,
in the
right,
freshman class alone. That
I
was
cannot
very
imagine. I mean-
intimidating. Yeah.
all right. So back in the time,
I was beefing with them, the older boys, my ninth grade.
ninth grade.
Yeah, man. They
I-
tried to choke me.
You was mad dog though.
you was taking that girl.
Central older boys.
Oh, yep. I ain't couldn't
You was
stand them.
mad dog.
I mean, I'm cool now. The whole 253, 254 boys. It was really
I don't
254.
remember. I was about to say, I feel like it was 2 by 4.
I don't want to listen. But they know who they are.
They know who they are.
They know who they are.
What's up, y'all?
But they- I mean, listen,
254 if y'all listening.
They cool now. You know what I'm saying? But
I've been sending to y'all.
Yeah,
What's up,
yeah,
y'all?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
wait,
that was kinda crazy.
Good grades or bad grades?
Oh man,
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
terrible.
Terrible. Good grades or bad grades?
I never got big.
Never got bad grades.
You don't even have to ask. You're
I
right,
never
doctor,
got
right.
big.
Yo, so after my freshman year, my dad looked at me and said, "I don't know if I can use this word on this John." He said, "Are you?" Because before that, I was a straight A ball.
right.
So listen, you got 5 grades, right? I promise you, I got 3 F's and 2 D's.
Yeah. Nah,
How you stay?
What were you doing?
I played football and basketball.
But what were you
Did you go to
doing?
summer
Like you
school?
just did no work?
I just
the
wasn't.
freedom was
Yeah, I wasn't doing no
unreal.
work. I wasn't. It was too much work. It was too much
Masterman
work.
wasn't like that. Like you get shunned if you
was
like.
too much
Shunned.
It was too
You
much.
could-
No,
they was
literally.
the- they were the
Ostracized.
No,
actual
for
We're gonna
smart kids.
exile you
No,
if you
like,
don't.
they were like people would be
They were
mad.
like
Cause
striving
you know, like
for it.
you could have a GPA that was like over 4.0, whatever.
Yeah,
So
y'all was
like,
doing that.
huh?
Y'all was doing that kind of
I
stuff.
wasn't doing that, but like you could be like you could have a 4.0 and still not be the top
And
of
they
your
be
class.
shut.
Right.
They be
You could
like
have a
laughing
4.0
at you.
and still be like class rank was a big thing. So you could be
Right.
4.0 and still be
Don't bring up class rank.
your
please.
rank would still be like 50.
That's triggering for me. Still to this
I
day.
was a great Central student.
No.
I
I don't
believe.
know what's
Listen,
wrong with you.
listen.
I remember
Great
I think
rank.
it was freshman year that I came very close to having a C and I was devastated.
Oh my
And it was in
God.
French of all things, right? And I was devastated. Like I cannot have a C in French.
Was it a teacher named
I
Mr.
think I ended up
Rathman?
getting a B.
Yeah.
Mr. Rathman. He was
French.
like the chemistry teacher,
Yeah.
right?
Mr.
No,
Rathmill was chemistry, and he was the
So-
greatest chemistry teacher.
So this
in
boy
campus.
told me, he said, "Man, you're a really good student. If you keep this up, you're gonna get a C." I said, "Bet."
Dog.
I want to fail in that journey. I said, "I can keep this up and get a C."
Remember Mr.
Bet.
Diano?
Yeah.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Diano. He taught algebra or something.
Mhm.
He told me, he said, Islam, he said, you're a good guy, man, but you're not passing my class. He said, you're the kind of guy I'm going to have a beer with. I said, well,
Beer.
I went to 3 summer school classes that year.
That's what I was asking. You go to
Yeah.
summer school.
Wadsworth.
Why didn't you go to summer school right around the corner from my house now?
Wadsworth.
Why didn't you go to summer school so you could stay? You just was like, forget it.
Yeah, I was. Honestly,
You
I
couldn't
never
go to
really,
summer school and then stay.
I never really wanted to go to Central.
Oh,
So it was, and then when I
Where
was,
did you want to go?
I probably either FLC or
Oh,
ENS.
FLC.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to Central.
I feel like FLC was like
Cameron went there.
like, everybody wanted to talk to the basketball players
Where'd
at
Eli go?
FLC. It was like, you
ENS.
know.
You know,
So maybe it was ENS. One of them, FLC at all.
I want to go to Roxborough. with all them.
Janae, y'all all went to that Wadsworth joint, right? Wasn't it like everybody?
Everybody was in that joint.
I used to be jealous.
Were you talking about the summer school?
Why-
Yes,
they
and I
was
used to be
popping.
jealous because they would have so much fun.
All that joint was popping. And it was so easy for us because it was like,
And it had something to do in the
It
summertime.
it was
Summer
like,
school
it was like, it was, the teacher go up there and give you like this little dumb little John and sit down and everybody talk. You
And it's
know what I
over
mean?
like at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
right?
It was
Summer school
sweet.
was
So
over
it
at
wasn't, it was
12
an
in
easy
our
joint.
neighborhood.
You were pretty much
like-
paying for your grade. That's all you was doing. You know what I'm saying? You paying for your grade.
Yes, I
I
remember
feel- I feel
Janae
that I was
went
there every
one
year.
time, and Janae was like, "Summer school popping."
It was.
It was damn fashion show. You had King was there. Germantown was in that joint. It was crazy. Everybody was in that joint.
All right,
That
so
sound like fun.
so back in the time machine, I'm gonna just do this quick. Top 10 R&B songs, 94 April May. Bumping Ground R. Kelly.
Oh,
See, I
God.
can't dance crazy.
Bumping Ground
We all had to
remix
make the same
was...
I love my man. All right,
I know, man. It's sad. It's real
He X off
sad.
my list, man.
But Bumping Ground remix was...
I wish he was. To be clear, I wish he was just a freak across the board. Like my problem with him is he targeted black little girls. You know what
Young
I'm saying?
black girls. Yeah.
If he'd have just been a pervert to everybody, I might still listen to his music. But I probably would.
Class of '97's getting canceled.
No, he was just targeting young black girls. I couldn't do it, man. Get out of here. All right, you can't do it.
All right, the sign Ace of Base. I don't know that
Like,
song.
I saw
Oh,
yeah. Stay by Lisa Loeb.
Oh yeah.
What is
How'd that
it?
go?
Stay.
I don't know that.
All
I
right.
do know that.
I know that
now.
song,
I gotta
yeah.
think of it. So keep going. in
You
there.
Mean the World to Me by Dr. Janae. I mean Tony Braxton.
I really did think I was Tony Braxton
Yo,
in
you
ninth
look
grade.
like listen.
In ninth grade,
You
I
look
was
just like Tony
I was Tony
Braxton.
Braxton
That
in
was a good
ninth
ass song
grade.
too.
I Swear by All for One.
And
Yeah.
I
I swear.
Oh my god.
By the moon.
So
Yeah,
so
that was John too.
they got this on the R&B list. Regulate by Warren G.
Warren G.
Yeah.
That was on About to Run.
Because Nate
Because
Dogg.
he
It
sang.
was
Nate
a
Dogg
clean
sings
bad
a
night.
lot.
That was
That was that's what.
Shoot by
And-
Salt and Pepper.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Okay.
That's on the
Okay.
R&B.
I got another story about Shoot,
Yeah.
but I can't go into it right now. That was my favorite video of all time. But go ahead.
This another. I don't even saying the name of this R. Kelly song sound creepy.
Seems like you're ready.
Your body's calling.
See? It's
I
all
love
going.
that
Seem like you're
song.
ready. Your
That's
body's calling.
another one. That
remix
first, we were just
version?
talking about the if you stop right there.
Yeah.
That first R.
Remember
Kelly
the remix
CD.
Was R. Kelly public announcement, John?
Yeah.
I just played
No,
that.
that
I didn't
12
play it, Joe.
Oh my
She said, yo, she
What'd she
definitely said she just
I
played
didn't
it.
play in public. I just let Amelia hear a public announcement because she didn't know
Right,
that R.
right.
Kelly was in a group.
In the group. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
she
a
was
shame,
like, oh my
man.
God.
That-
All right.
It is a
Yeah.
shame.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is a shame.
Anytime, Any Place by Janet Jackson.
Oh, yeah, that's a-
Okay, that's a nasty
banger.
song too, man.
That song
As
is
an
good.
adult,
Yo,
As
listen.
adult, that's on nasty.
listen.
That was 94, yeah, because that was.
I remember
Poetic
who I used to listen
Justice,
to this
right?
song with,
Ooh.
bro.
Who? Go ahead, say it.
He
I
can't
dare
say
you.
it. He can't
And
say
listen,
it.
I ain't saying
That was the
We
joint.
had one episode where we say all names.
That was the joint where she went from Little Janet to like
We
Janet.
could beep the
Yeah, that
name
was
out. Go ahead,
that
just
was
let us
Poetic
know.
Justice, man.
That was. Sheesh.
All right, this Nothing But Love, Heavy D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the
Heavy
joint
D.
too. Heavy D.
Oh,
Yeah.
rest in
Got
peace,
nothing
Heavy
but
D.
love for Jamaican
What
boys.
you
My man.
got?
Then on the same list for the top 10 hip hop songs is Regulate. They put it on both
It was
by
all-
Warren G, Nate Dogg.
It was
Gin and Juice by
Forever
Snoop.
Mhm.
So okay, yeah, that was all that though. That was.
Gin and Juice is 94.
94,
That's
yeah.
on Doggy Style album, right?
Yeah,
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 that
yeah.
album. That album
okay,
was.
okay.
That
Yeah,
album is
so-
unbelievable. You can put it on right now. Listen to the whole joint straight through.
Mm-hmm.
Womp, there it is.
Oh, the Whoop. So
Yeah,
remember the
Whoop.
difference between Woot and Whoop.
But that was who they?
Tag
97,
team
what
is
they call it?
Whoop.
Tag
Tag
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
95
I mean-
South was Woot.
It was decent, but it was like it got too commercial. It was on like every
Come
every
on.
game, every.
They just
Like,
did
we
a
supposed to take
commercial
them serious
recently.
as like rappers?
Yeah, I guess. Now you're right. I guess.
They just did like
Flavor-
an ice cream commercial.
Flavor in Your Ear by Craig Mack.
Oh man.
That
Oh,
is
man.
Like,
Oh,
Buddha
man.
Flavor
Blast.
remix though. That was doing
Ooh, that joint was hot. That joint was
Remix
hot.
That joint.
With
that joint
Buster
was hot.
the Flavor.
That joint was hot.
Yeah.
Buster around about to make it noise too.
I tell you what, man. I like Buster, man. I feel like he underrated.
Underrated. He
No,
definitely
yeah.
is
No, that he's
underrated.
underrated.
I think he
everybody
is.
like Buster.
Buster.
Yeah, but I feel like he can rap for real.
Yeah, he
I
can.
don't think
But
he
He been
know
rapping since the group. He was just
Leaders of the
No,
School.
Leaders of the
Yeah,
School.
but I don't know nobody that don't
It's
think
just
that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know that
He
he's
had the best verse on that
underrated.
joint.
What?
He had the best verse on a lot of
Every
songs.
joint.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know that he underrated.
Shakespeare. Yeah, that was he was all that.
Scenario James was
Buster
crazy.
lyrically is
Buster was all
Um,
that.
Fantastic
He
Voyage
little
by
dance on, he
Kim's
was-
favorite.
Coolio.
Coolio.
Oh,
song
man.
is that?
That was only because of that movie.
Fantastic Voyage.
That was
That's
that
the
movie.
original song. eh?
Yeah, but that's
But it's the-
Oh, but that
slide,
was
slide, slip and slide,
okay.
whatever.
Um,
Yeah.
The Bomb by Farside. I don't remember that one.
Oh,
I got 5 on it.
That was.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's fun.
That remix
Everybody
was
wanna
a better
see
one
it.
too, though. The
Remember
remix to that was
Farside
better.
like the first group that was like scary.
They were like a hip hop. They were two
Who?
hip hoppers for me.
Farside, they were like a
Farside.
little. They.
Passing Me By was a
Yeah,
was
that
a
joint
classic.
was-
But didn't they have like no? Didn't they have?
In my younger days,
Maybe
I
I'm
used to
thinking
sport
of
the
no.
shag.
Farside is the group, y'all. And they wore like masks, right? They
I
Did
didn't know
they?
they had the.
You mean the Gravediggers?
the Grave Diggers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I
I have to think.
No,
Yeah.
but-
They were
All
crazy.
wrong.
They were crazy.
I don't know what time machine you got in, but
What's the other Far Side song that's real good though?
Running. King
Passing
Keep
Me By
Running
was
Away.
Can't Get
Yeah.
Away.
Jump by Criss Cross.
Oh God.
Jump. That was all that though. Don't
Yeah.
hate
Yeah, I
that.
feel like we was in the 7th grade when they came out. That was 9th grade.
And it was
What was
on the top. It was
10 by
top
those
10.
top
Yeah.
10.
Right, still in the top 10.
Right,
It was.
right.
That was on
Still
the probably on the Power 9 and 9 like
Right.
for 2 years.
And Doggy Dog World by Snoop.
That's my
So that-
favorite.
All right, these are the
On that
top
album.
movies. Now, the
And that's
number
when videos was all that too, though. By the way,
videos were
It's a doggy
it was a
dog
video
world.
attached to every one of them Jones that was like.
Mhm.
It made
What's
you
called
let us
video?
know.
Corrupt's verse on "It's a Doggy Dog World" is one of the greatest
how's the-
of
how's
all.
the- how's the-
Well, if you give me 10 bitches, then I
fall
fuck all 10. Listen, that's one of the greatest
Yeah, you're right.
verses of all time.
the pride in corrupt.
Out of
Was, he was
Philly?
from Philly too.
Yeah,
like,
out of
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly, dog.
it was definitely a lot of pride and corrupt. So all right, so the number one movie we're gonna come back to because we actually gonna talk about this movie. Released in March of '94. Above the Rim was May of '94. Above the Rim was the top movie.
Top
Did y'all
movie
see
among
Above the Rim in
who?
the movie?
Wait,
Top black
Black
movie.
remember
movie.
that?
Top
Okay.
black movie.
no, I think I was.
Did
What?
y'all remember if y'all saw it in the movies?
What maybe it was that show hand? What movie was that?
I
That was
did.
Menace.
I saw
That
that.
was Menace.
Oh
I seen
yeah,
I seen
Menace. They was
All
short.
right.
But I
Above the Rim at the
saw
movies.
Above the Rim.
Above the
in
Rim, real
Show
quick.
Hand
What
movie
else we
theater.
gonna
Wait, no, we're
Oh,
gonna
you
come
gonna
back.
write
We're
it
gonna
down?
come
Alright,
back to
write it
Bottom
down.
Rim. I want to get through Sugar Hill
That was all that.
that came
Sugar
out.
Hill's still my movie.
That still was in the box office.
That's Wesley Snipes.
I still say that.
Yeah.
Woo!
Sugar Hill. I mean, what's his name?
What scene
And
is
what
that?
you call the brother?
What scene is that?
The one from Five Heartbeats.
Woo! Woo!
I don't even know what you're talking
When
about.
when the pop shooting up, when he about to die.
Oh
He
God.
got the hot shot. He got the hot shot. Woo! Woo!
Their dad.
The dad. He killed his dad.
Let's go House Party 3.
No, I
Three, I
don't
remember
know. I
three.
don't even know.
House
We
Party
had,
3. Yeah, I was
That's
done.
Bernie Mac?
ABC or one of
Immature.
Immature was in it. I
Oh.
said
Nah,
ABC.
pass.
ABC. Immature was in it, and it,
The first one was all that. That was it. You lost me after that.
I got The Inkwell came out in April.
Oh, I just saw
94.
that like 5-6 years ago.
Inkwell, I don't remember that.
That was
Jake
Lorenz
Jackson
Tate.
Lorenz
About
Tate.
Martha's Vineyard. Shut up.
And he spent the summer on Martha's Vineyard.
Nah.
I
With
just
Jada.
saw
I
it.
thought that I wasn't watching Inkwell.
And she got with Chauncey at the end. Then she get with Chauncey at the end, and he
I
was
don't
salty.
remember.
All right, so those are some of the movies that so the albums that dropped. We got 3 like classics that dropped.
Mhm.
Illmatic.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I got to put my dad's up for that one.
Listen, that was
Yeah.
the soundtrack of like a whole
Yeah,
era.
you couldn't
man.
tell me that
Yeah.
Nas
So-
wasn't the greatest
so
to
I
ever
played that
live.
today.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's
couldn't
so
tell.
good, yeah.
In its entirety. It didn't skip anything. I'm talking about from
Word.
the intro to the end. It's just still lyrically, the beats, the way he set it up. It's just
The
everything about that joint, all that.
what's the show with Jason Bateman?
I don't know who.
Arrested
I
When he
think I
was
know
the
Jason. Bateman.
Embezzler,
Like a
whatever.
old
Oh,
No.
Ozark.
Oh,
Ozark.
Yeah.
And the last season when they used Illmatic as the whole like
Yeah,
Oh,
for
did
the
they do
whole-
that?
yes.
It was
Genius.
so good. I was like, this is whoever thought of this was just like it was
Genius.
just
No, this is
So wait, y'all going to see Nas at the orchestra?
yeah.
Yeah.
Illmatic to me.
No.
You can't go.
No,
Shorty
I
won't
said
let
yeah
you go.
collectively too, and I'm like, no.
No, say yes. Say yes. I'm shaking. Everybody.
We all going.
Collectively
You
was
can
like,
go.
yeah, no.
No,
My
so I
2-year-old
think we
will
did a
not sit through
post.
that.
We did a post about Illmatic
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did.
and favorite track off
I
of
don't
it.
have-
You don't have one.
Well, if I
You had to pick. You got to pick one.
Pick one.
I don't have one, bro. I'm trying to
You
tell
got to pick one. What's the first song? What you got, Kim?
I will
What did
Pick.
I say? I'm saying "World Is Yours" right now, but I feel like I didn't say that on.
I don't think you said.
I mean,
picked
Life's a
three
Bitch
then.
is-
I think I said "Life's a Bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said "Life's
And
a Bitch"
represent,
in the
represent.
comments.
Like
Oh, yeah.
that's.
What's the one we we talking about the story in jail? What's that joint called? What's the name of that?
Oh, the letter.
The letter.
That's
What was that? What's that?
One love.
One.
What's up, kid? I know.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, that was
When the
My
cops
cop
said you
kid
should have
shoulda
split
slid
to my
to
crib.
your crib.
Fucking black, no time for looking back, his son.
Yeah,
Plus, congratulations, you know you got a son.
yeah,
I heard you
nah.
like Chuck. What else you later?
Yeah.
Chuck. So she was like, yo, why are you kidding me, man?
Nah.
Scott
It was
Pilgrim
controversial. He
too.
got the 5 mics. He was like a new artist.
Mm.
And
That's what the source was all that too.
So
Fuck.
was
Yeah.
it controversial for you?
Nah. I mean,
And
I
when
think,
you look back on it,
no,
now,
not at all. Like I remember having to take. So I had a dub copy. It was yellow and purple Memorex,
Right.
Mm.
and I
Yeah,
had
that's the
I had
see-through one.
Illmatic, huh?
Is that the see-through one, the clear
The
one?
see-through, clear,
Mhm.
orange, purple. I had Illmatic on that joint, and I might have had Reasonable Doubt on the other side.
Mhm.
Dog, like there isn't many albums that they talking about 25 years ago, right? Almost 30 years ago. That you can put on right now and,
That is
and
30
play,
years ago.
and play straight through. There isn't many of that. You know what I mean? Like
that joint is that is
like
good.
Is that good?
That joint is that good.
And the crazy part was he was a kid when he made it. Like I don't know how he even knew that he was what he was doing.
in 2002.
Right, he started
kid.
early on my born day. I'm 20, so he started writing when he was 19.
I heard it was younger than that. That's what they said.
It could have been to put together a whole album.
Exactly.
It was
younger than
what?
that.
What you say?
Younger
I
than
woke up early on my born day. It's 20.
that. But that was the end of this. He was young
So
and
I
20.
definitely wrote on the comment, "Life's a bitch," hands down.
Okay.
Closely followed by "Represent." But
Mm-hmm.
upon further review, I feel like it might be the World Destroyers.
Yeah, nah. I'm telling you.
Afterlife is a bitch.
Upon
Afterlife is a
further
Like
bitch.
I felt when I listened to "The World Is Your," like I felt that. Like whose world is
You're a state of mind too.
Oh, New York State.
Yeah.
What he say?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Oh.
20s a Buddha and would be like the whole.
So I'll say that when Illmatic came out, I don't think that Rakim is my goat. So
Okay.
I don't even Rakim. I don't think that I had heard or felt in its entirety any body of work lyrically like Illmatic.
Wow.
No,
when
lyrically,
I
it's
first heard it.
lyric
And,
like
and I'm a Rakim stan, so you know what I mean. But I still was like,
lyrically is like it's.
Where
it
did he
ain't no
come
real
from? Was he
flaws
doing
in
like
the album.
mixtapes or whatever before? Like Nas, was he like
Yeah, he was. 'Cause
underground
remember back at
before?
the Live at the Barbecue
Oh,
that came.
he was-
he was on a
okay.
song before that.
But remember, mixtapes wasn't really popping neither yet, so it was
okay.
like he was.
But he,
doing,
I'm assuming he was known in New York, maybe.
Probably.
Or
So this is the thing that tripped
Doing
me
them
out.
parties or whatever. Like that.
Mhm.
Like Nas is an artist though. His dad was a
Right,
musician.
exactly. Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Like so.
So that's what I would think. So this is off topic a little bit, but that's why music then was different because they actually took something that was rooted in something else and turned it into something else. You know what I'm saying? Whether they use a bass line, whether they use the sampling, they don't do that right now. It's a one kid right now with a machine just doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
They will debate
it's
you.
good.
They will debate you. They sampling though. They still
They're not
sampling.
sampling. They don't
They
use.
sampling a sample.
I guess.
And they create. I mean, I don't want.
It's
like,
it's
In
a
their
new
mind,
technique.
Don't be old,
and
man.
they're
Yeah.
tapping the
be
drum
old,
on the
man.
thing
Oh, he can't
is
help
the
it.
same as
I can't help
tapping the
that.
drum.
I'm tired now. You talking about-
All right, so at the same time, Outkast emerged with Southern
This
Playalistic.
was a never. I don't know.
Admittedly, yeah, I didn't.
People
Southern
love them,
Playalistic is
though.
right now in my top 10, but back then I didn't. I probably didn't
Top
even.
10 what? Of all time?
Yes, top 10 albums of all time.
Only because of the crumbling herb.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's true.
So I think you were.
But I
back-
wasn't back then. I wasn't
So
on them.
this is the thing.
Back
We
then,
yeah.
we consume music very differently back then.
Right.
Yeah, I just
We
wasn't
didn't
on
have
them.
like so. It took a while. Like music was very local, and it took a while because it
Oh,
was
to get up
like
here.
like to be
First of
to
all-
even be open to something that don't sound like what
East
we
Coast
listen
rap.
to.
Did we say
Yeah.
something? Did anybody pick Life's a Bitch off of
I did.
Automatic?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
Janae
picked
picked the
okay. I was
first
about to
one.
say because the AZ verse.
Yeah, I feel like when I first
Yeah.
heard Southern Playalistic, I don't even know that I don't know that I was listening to it like it was hip hop yet. Like, you know what I mean?
That's,
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm
like,
getting at. So to me, back then, hip hop was New York, Philly kind of rap.
yeah, right.
And then I started to get into
I
West
ain't
Coast
go down
stuff.
south yet.
You know, so, but
no.
down south I wasn't down south yet.
Right.
I love Scarface to today. I love Scarface, but I wasn't listening to
That's
Face
like
back
what,
then.
Houston?
I was a face.
Scarface
Houston.
in ninth
You know what I mean?
grade.
Like,
Nah, I'm changing my mind.
I was a face
I wasn't.
fan.
I wasn't looking for him. He
I
was
was-
on somebody's album. I was listening to it, but I wasn't looking for him.
We used to talk about Scarface and African American studies, like me, Doug, like that was.
So
yeah.
it was a whole. Somehow I got put on to like that Houston,
Yeah,
like
see, I
all of
was-
that, but like before
Yeah, I was
everybody
a
else.
huge Scarface fan.
But I looked at it like West Coast, so it was
Oh.
like it was acceptable.
I mean, Houston
but-
is.
English class, Miss Early, my freshman year.
Yeah, we
had
used to do
We
that.
had to give a poem at the end. I did Ready to Die.
You definitely
I did Biggie Jones.
Cause he treats it.
And I stood right there and said, "This is by Christopher Wallace."
Yeah.
And I sat there and read the whole Joan. I got a B plus on that joint. So you
Should've got
weren't
an
doing
A,
it with no down south joint yet.
Yeah, I just
So I'm gonna tell you what made me open the source.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah,
It made me open to
No, I hear that.
Outkast
I hear
because
that.
they was like they did a
And
feature.
motherfuckers used to read magazines.
I
And
know,
buy
I know.
magazines.
To buy magazines and read them.
Subscriptions, I feel like.
And
to
I felt like I was ahead of era. I'm like, no, boys ain't
Double
listening to
Double
this.
XL.
Like I wanted to be different, so I'm like, boys ain't listening to this. So I definitely,
I did
I
like
def-
to be a hip hop head.
I definitely, and I like the content, especially of their first album,
Mhm.
because like Get Up, Get Out, Get Something.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it was,
okay.
it was.
I just mostly remember them from
I
Martin.
heard it. I know that I was not a full on Outkast fan until I got to Morgan. So it took a minute for
And
me
you went
to
down south, and you got
right, and I got around people who
That's
was
what I'm
like,
saying.
Outkast is the
Him the
greatest
same
thing
way.
that ever
He ain't gonna
happened.
say it when he went down
Baltimore
south.
people
when
do
it
not
happened.
consider themselves down south,
Who?
just for the record.
Baltimore.
Oh yeah, they definitely don't. But
So
People
player,
do not consider
so the
themselves down south. I just
How would you know? You didn't have. Never mind. Go ahead.
Southern Playalistic, top songs, Players Ball,
Yeah.
yep.
and I had a video.
And that was a Martin.
Martin.
See, you
Martin.
knew that, and
No, but I wasn't checking for it. Like it wasn't. It was all right.
Get Up, Get Out, Get Something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Southern Playalistic
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Crumbling Herb.
I mean, again, I listened to it today on the ride up,
But-
and I like a lot of songs that I did like. I wasn't checking for it back then, but I liked it right now.
But it wasn't like a complete I don't know. They
It
had
It
wasn't
wasn't
Illmatic.
Aquemini.
It wasn't Illmatic.
AT
No.
Aliens.
It wasn't Illmatic. It wasn't-
Yeah.
The Chronic. It wasn't
No,
Doggy
it
Style. You know what I'm saying? These are
It wasn't Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Nope. That's what I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, all right, well.
All right, so
Exactly.
so the other album that dropped was a soundtrack to the feature movie Above the Rim.
Above the rim.
Yeah.
So the top songs on there was Afro Puffs, Regulate, Pour Out a Little Liquor, Sweet Sable. Remember that? For old time's sake?
For,
Yeah. If you hear it, you remember. And what was the one song you
Anything.
Anything,
The
yeah.
Anything remix.
anything remix. So the movie so
The soundtrack was
94
good.
like Above the Rim was popping. It was a basketball movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was
SWV
during
was
that
popping.
time too, where movies was to
Was that the Hughes
promote the
Brothers too?
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
Like,
I don't think it was
like the
No, it
movie,
wasn't.
like those things went hand in
Boomerang,
hand. So
yeah,
yeah,
like-
so the movie
That's
was
one of the
like
best
to
soundtracks ever.
market
That
the
is one of the
soundtrack
best
too.
soundtracks. That was on
Yeah.
That's still
No, you're right. So that was different. That's the soundtrack kind of pushed the movie.
Right, exactly.
Because I'm
They
telling you
went
right
hand
now,
in hand.
after watching Above the Rim the other day, the soundtrack is better than the entire
Yeah.
movie. Like,
Who's the man? That was
Who's the Man? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Wait and Exhale. All them
Yeah,
soundtracks
yeah,
were
you know what I'm
like-
saying? So that,
Do our soundtracks still a thing now? Like, do they put out
I-
soundtracks?
I
Oh,
don't-
that's
I'm
so.
gonna put 'em
That's
out.
a good
I'm gonna put 'em out.
question.
So I got some points about the movie Above the Rim. You
Okay.
feel like it wasn't a great movie.
I 100% as an adult, that movie was trash. It started out trash. The way the conflict they was having was trash. The
You real mad?
Yeah,
All right,
real
so
mad.
You want to
the-
speak to the manager of
listen,
Above the
you know,
Rim?
you know I'm really mad. No, I want to see the manager's manager.
Oh, the manager's
You know I'm really
manager.
mad about it? I had to add Showtime or something last night. I had
Just to
add-
watch it.
Just to watch the joint. So that's why I'm really pissed about the joint. Now I gotta go home and
Oh,
check
you.
and cancel
Oh,
my
he
joint.
wanted to speak to the manager of Showtime too now.
The manager's manager.
Okay.
Can we discuss what happened?
So
in
so
that
so
song?
Birdie, the main character was Tupac.
Right. I
No,
guess.
no, it wasn't too
No,
much.
it
It was
wasn't.
Dwayne
It was
Dwayne
Ship.
Martin.
It was Ship the
Yeah.
brother.
No, Dwayne Wayne.
I mean,
Dwayne
Dwayne
Martin.
Martin.
Kyle.
Dwayne
Kyle.
Martin. Dwayne
His
Martin.
name
Kyle.
Dwayne.
He was the main character.
Kyle. He was kind of the main
And he
character.
was nutty. Him and his mom. What?
Yeah, I
I don't
The-
remember. I
What
just
does
I
mom
remember he was
say
in it,
because
but
I gotta remember. Jack
It was just the way they were at their relationship was. It was
his
weird.
dad wasn't around.
He-
His brother was
the drug
with
dealer,
Shep.
Right.
his brother was Shep, right?
No,
no, that's
no.
that's
Tupac-
Bird
Tupac
brother. That's Tupac brother.
Tupac and Shep was brothers.
All right, so
Yeah.
wait,
That's why see it don't make.
He didn't have no brother. It's
He didn't
stupid.
have no
He had no
He
brother.
went to
Stupid.
jail. I
but
mean,
he was mad though. He was mad at his mom.
For what?
But
Like,
did Shep go to jail
Why
because
was he mad at
Nutso
his
fell
mom?
off the roof?
no, he
like
didn't go to
what?
jail. Shep didn't go to jail. Shep just
Shep
like he just like fell off the
See
earth.
how we don't know?
No, because he
Because it was a poorly written
he was
movie.
he was like
Wait, do not like Above the
a
Rim.
really good player.
Who wrote it? Let's see who wrote
He was a
Above
really
the
good
Rim. You got
player.
who wrote
And
it?
when Nutso died, he kind of like just went crazy and like stopped
All right,
playing
so
basketball.
I thought, because in my mind, he like went to jail because he was responsible for Nutso
No,
death.
it's- even
And
with
then
that-
that's why Bird was mad at him.
Even with that, when they first jumped on and hit the backboard, it was a background there.
Right, that's how they
It was a wall there. And then
they put the wall there because Nutso
when
fell
Nutso
off.
went and did it, there was no wall there. I said, what are you
There
talking
was
about?
definitely a wall there when that's why
I said,
And
this song.
who writes that somebody died in a movie flying off of a roof playing basketball.
Touching the backboard. Hitting the
Like, why couldn't he get shot, a car accident,
Yeah.
something real regular?
Bernie
Yo.
Mac get killed for no reason.
Yo, wait. All right, wait.
Bernie Mac-
So this is Pac. This is
Bernie Mac is like-
Oh, he's mad because
wait. This is Tupac's
his mother is falling in
second.
love with the security guard.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. So this Tupac's second villain role, right?
Wait,
What was the
who
first one?
mom
Juice was
Juice. Kyle Mom.
fell in love with Shep?
Yeah,
Oh,
she,
yeah, all right,
but she
okay,
wasn't
yeah.
dating Shep at the
Damn.
beginning.
No. It's funny because she
That was
act
a
like she
plot
ain't know him,
device. It was a
but
plot
they got
device.
real tight, real fast.
They-
It was a
'cause
plot device. They had to move the relationship forward.
They had dinner at the diner or something, right?
No, he was a security guard. That the coach hired Shep to be security guard.
It
Because he was
said-
here. He was
Right,
job.
right. He had no
Oh,
He had
job.
no job.
A homeless crackhead and also Shep's
No,
old
it
friend and
doesn't.
teammate is Birdie's older brother. That Shep is Birdie's older
He's
brother.
Shep's older brother, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh
He had
wait,
crack- he wasn't on crack,
wait. No.
Yeah, Shep is Tupac's older brother.
Yeah, but he
Right,
wasn't on crack,
right, but
though.
he's not a crackhead.
No, he
though.
wasn't crack.
No,
No.
I
He
didn't
was
think he was.
like-
I
he was
thought
just-
Flip
Flip
is who
was the
told them.
crackhead.
Yeah, Flip was the crackhead. That's Bernie
Bernie
Mac.
Mac.
That's Bernie
Why,
Mac.
why Birdie killed Flip though? That was whack.
Because Bernie Mac wasn't disrespectful a little bit.
Oh, was
You
it?
killed them because Tupac is a nutty.
No,
I
yeah,
told
yeah.
you he
This
nutty.
is the second crazy role.
No, he
so
was-
Tupac is in his full gangster. I'm a villain.
He's just getting typecast now.
Right.
Yeah, he was that boy.
Cause cause in Juice he was
I like
crazy.
the Juice character. That was better than the other
You
character.
know what? Wasn't. Who
So
just randomly kills all their friends? Like they high school friends that they've been friends with forever. We brothers. We call each other brothers, and then out of nowhere in the 12th grade, you just go nuts and start killing us. Horrible plot. I mean,
He said-
horrible.
what'd he say? He said,
screenplay.
I'm a crazy. What did he say?
Oh, Wood Harris.
When he said,
Well,
I
he
don't
had
give
a nut roll in that joint too.
he was
Wait.
like, I don't give a fuck.
Right. He's like,
I
Come
don't
on, Juice.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yo,
All
Juice
right.
too. I said, what?
so Shep's character clearly had issues.
Yeah, he was like a low mental.
He
But
was in
was
it.
it
He was
all
in,
because of Nutso? Like
Yes.
that was the only reason why.
That's what they say. That was the only reason why.
so
After
he
the boy
needed to
died,
seek therapy because he was playing.
and that's it. And he'd have been right.
Yo, he was
Oh, that was
balling in
Leon.
khakis.
Oh,
Yeah,
Was he?
Leon as
Wasn't he
Shep, a
also
quiet,
like a
bitter
bully
introvert
to Nutso?
Go
who
ahead.
used to be an incredible high school black basketball player.
Right.
Quiet, bitter
Wait,
introvert.
a black basketball player? Did they say that?
No, incredible
I mean, he
high
was.
school basketball player.
So
Later arrested after his best friend Nutso accidentally jumps off a high-rise building
He
while
was
playing
arrested.
basketball.
oh, he was
He was
arrested.
arrested.
And he went to jail for that. And that's why he was going for so long. And
Okay.
that's why Birdie
Guys,
was
now you gotta watch it
mad.
again.
You know how dumb it was?
And
skipped
that's-
it.
Yo, you just watched
I
it.
missed that.
You gotta watch it again.
And all these years I've been saying to myself, who would say it's his fault that the boy fell off a roof playing basketball? Who goes to
Why you
jail
gonna
for
jump with that?
that?
Why you gonna jump? That's
Right.
stupid. That's stupid.
Yo, so he was like in khakis and a trench coat the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Even if he played, he was getting buckets
Dog, he played basketball
with a
and
jersey.
he rolled his pants up real quick. He had some corduroy looking pants on, and went out there and got buckets.
Flip
What was the lesson that he was supposed to be teaching
Kyle,
Kyle?
but Kyle was angry the whole time.
Kyle was
what was
dumb.
the
though.
He was a nut.
lesson?
He was a nut.
He was like on some showboat and stuff. Like
Like, so that's what I didn't mean bullying, but that's what I
He
meant.
is
Was it
seen as
supposed to
cocky
be
and
like,
hot-tempered.
yeah,
was it supposed to be like, that's the way Kyle was, is the way Shep was with Nutso? Like, you know, like real, like, braggadocious.
So
and-
Marlon Wayans is in the movie too.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
he's
was
a
he
nut.
trying to
He-
Wait, go ahead,
teach?
go ahead.
He was trying to teach Kyle not to do that to Marlon Wayans. That's what I took from
Yeah.
it. Like,
I didn't get
Marlon
none of
Wayans
that.
was Kyle's
listen.
Nutso.
First of all, Marlon
And-
Wayans in one show, one scene, Kyle will take a piss, and Marlon Wayans will
was
check it out.
looking. I see not seen
I said, "Yo, what's going on?" He's like, I said, "What's up?"
Yo,
Oh, the whole joint, man.
Marlon was a nut the
The whole
whole.
joint.
No, but that's really what
Like,
I thought
I
it
feel
was.
like he
It was
played
like,
that role because that came natural to him.
And
Dog.
so
Said
that's
it's adapted
really what
from
I
a story
thought it
by Benny
was.
Medina.
oh God, that's even worse.
So
But that's what I thought it was. Is that Kyle and Marlon Wayans, whoever his name was like Shep and Nutso, and so Shep was trying to teach
You
Kyle
made
that if
this
you are have too much ego and not, then your friend might die.
Marlon Wayans just came home in the joint. He just came home
from jail,
from
right?
jail. He just came home from jail.
Why did Marlon go to jail?
They ain't never said. Oh no, I think he robbed somebody, so he did something.
Because he was with the crew.
right.
He was on some nut shit.
And the other boy, what's the bald head boy?
Wood Harris. That was oh my god.
And
He,
why was
he
Wood
was
Har-
super
like,
tough.
So
He was
if
super
Tupac was
bad guy.
supposed to be the bad guy, like Wood was like the muscle. Like I
No.
just
He was muscle. Yeah.
right. Like it was.
He was.
And he could play. He had the same one dunk every time. Little 360 dunk he was doing. Like, and the rim was all small. The rim was short.
The basketball scenes was insane.
It was weird. It was weird.
Okay.
It was weird. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. But Dwayne Martin was Dwayne Martin. His name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He looked pretty. He looked decent dribbling the ball sometimes.
He
You know what I mean?
played.
Like,
He played
looked
college
good.
basketball.
He looked good dropping the ball. He looked good.
No, he played college basketball.
You can tell.
Yeah, he played
You can
college ball. I don't
The
know
buck
if it
stopped
was
there,
like.
though. That was the best part of the movie. Was him
What was
dribbling.
he supposed to be going to Georgetown?
Georgetown. They said John
Georgetown,
Thompson
right?
was in the movie.
No, he ended up going
John
there.
Thompson was in it, right?
He ended up going there. He ended up going there and win in the game with the basket. They put him in the conference finals. Yeah, it was
That's
weird.
funny. Because you know how they be naming the
But
university. like
Georgetown was popping.
Big
back
U.
then.
Right.
State University.
Right.
But they
No,
get it.
Georgetown was popping.
Yeah,
that
Georgetown
year.
was popping.
That was like
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm glad we all agree on this because I'm telling
It was
you,
bad. It was bad.
my butterham, I used to claim it as like one of my
That is
So wait. All right.
hilarious.
So
It was
we
bad.
above the rim, a white man can't jump.
Into the movies, I watch White Man Can't Jump.
compared.
Yeah.
I watch
Yeah,
it.
White Man
White
Can't
Man
Jump.
Can't
I watched
Jump.
it on the
Hands
hands
down,
over that
hands
joint.
down, yeah.
Even with the dumb joint, he had hit the end, the little dumbass movie at the end. What's his name did? That little
The
impossible jump and spin joint he did. But
the basketball scenes are horrible in both movies.
no, that was a good movie. And my girl on that joint, man.
The Rosie
Rosie
Perez.
Perez.
Come
Mm.
on, what kind of question is that?
a queens.
All right. So something else happened in '94. I guess this is like a little bit more serious.
Oh shit.
Yo, Nelson Mandela
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
became president of South Africa.
So I didn't-
Literally
I didn't-
right after they let him
Yeah,
out
I
of
didn't
jail,
really, I didn't
too,
really see the
right?
significance of that until I got older.
Because it was apartheid and they had
Yeah,
him in
but-
jail all that
and he
time.
goes
He was
to
the
jail.
first black.
You go from
To
jail
president.
to
African president.
Is like, I don't know,
like, they
that's
had-
why he was so great. You know what I mean? That's why he was so
They
great.
ended apartheid, they let him out, and then it was like, here, be the president.
I
Like
know.
immediately. It was
Like,
crazy.
So
Yeah, John's
I
crazy.
remember it.
I remember.
I probably don't. I like the significant. I mean, I think I do though. I think it was like a big deal.
Only reason I
Remember
remember it, my uncle went to LaSalle. He used to have his apartheid
Yeah,
pin,
so-
pin on his book bag. So I kind of knew about it, but I didn't know what it was. And then when we went from being in jail to president, it was like, oh damn, this kind of big.
I
I went
remember
to a
because
great-
my uncle George, rest in peace, was a cameraman for CBS, and he was his detail was the president. So he followed like
Wherever they
all the
went.
presidents were. So whoever the president was then must have been in South Africa. And then he brought me a T-shirt back that had like Mandela first president on
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, remember they was them joints was on every
That's crazy. Yeah,
stand.
that was
I
really
went
weird.
to a like very Afrocentric daycare when I was little pre-K, and so we learned about apartheid and Desmond Tutu and all that.
Desmond
so I was,
Tutu.
I was like
FW
very,
de Klerk. I remember them
Yeah,
names.
I was
That
like
was the African
very
That was the
tuned
African,
into
right.
that. And so when they ended apartheid, I remember like having this whole conversation with my mom, and she was like, "Oh my God, you know all of this?" And then next thing you know, Mandela was president, and you could go to any stand.
crazy.
and
So in South
get-
Africa, it was the first multiracial election. They had 19.7 million South Africans turn out.
Mm.
The ANC, the African National Congress, won 62% of the vote.
Mm.
And the inauguration, it was on May 10th, 1994.
That must have when my uncle went to the inauguration.
When
Yeah,
May 10th.
I got it.
Right now that
Yeah,
on
it's
April
all-
27th, they celebrated, call it Freedom Day.
The day that's his
Yeah,
inauguration.
yep.
That,
Yeah.
What's crazy
the inauguration
is-
or the day he got let out.
He like
I want to say
was
the
his
date.
first
It's the
name?
date of the first Democratic election.
Okay.
Oh, the
okay.
date of the
Day one.
election.
Yeah,
Winnie
so it
Mandela-
happened on April 27th, but he won May 10th, like
Oh,
the
okay.
official.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
know.
That's
Plus,
insane.
also that permeated pop culture. So remember, like Sandra and Elvin named their kids Whitney.
Whitney,
And all that. Like
yeah,
that started.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
what's crazy is that
used to
they
be,
like got
everywhere.
he stayed with her. She stayed with him the whole time he was in jail. Then they got
The whole
divorced.
time.
So let's get that out. So
Why
another
did-
thing that happened when he
Why
got
did
out.
they get divorced?
Yes.
No, he probably was
I
wild.
just had to hold it down for
probably
you.
was.
And I can't leave you while you're in jail. That makes me look crazy.
Right.
So I got to hold it down
But then
now
she
when you
got
get home.
elected president.
She got.
later.
I think she
when he
did.
was
She
president.
did.
Yep.
It's crazy because the boys they refugees right now.
Who?
The South Africans.
I was just about to
Oh,
say
yes.
that how
They're
I
trying to come to
propose
US,
that we
yeah.
can tie
Yeah.
that to now.
Yeah,
Because
the South-
it is giving
South
them that
Africa,
refugee
right.
status,
Right.
and they get to come here, and brown people do not.
Mhm.
So from Nelson Mandela
That's
to,
crazy.
to Snoop Dogg. So in 90, in 94,
That's a great segue.
Murder was a case.
Snoop. So I'm gonna go through the timeline. So in 93, he got charged. Him and his bodyguard got charged for shooting a gang member. He shot and killed.
That's crazy.
They arrested Snoop in 93. September of 93. They got out on bail. Snoop keep making music. In November of 93, Murder Was the Case is released. So this is November of 93. The song is released on his album Doggy Style and eerily parallels his real life situation. So at this time, so bringing it up to now, now in 94, the trial gains massive media attention, is fueled by his rising fame and the release of Doggy Style, and also the violent image of Death Row Records. This is the first time they try to use Snoop's lyrics and persona to convict him.
Cause it's 187.
Yep.
That was a deep cover.
So in
No,
90,
I'm just saying that was.
so eventually in 96 he is acquitted. They claim self-defense. But I guess it kind of defined, like it solidified Snoop and the whole gangster rap thing.
And that's the funny part. Look at him now with Mother
They
Stewart
all
doing talking shows.
right.
Dad,
Doing
like
the
all of them.
Olympics.
Ice
Like,
Cube, like
Hosting the
like,
Olympics.
I be trying to
You
tell
know?
my kids they ain't really like that.
Right.
not no
But-
more.
But that's the thing, though. It's like then you were rapping what you. It was
Master
almost
P, like, they
what you were
all-
doing in the streets. You rapped about it. Like that's who you were. It wasn't like no. It wasn't too many show guys that were just like doing fake stuff.
Right.
That's why Tupac got caught up in the dumb stuff. He had to do that crazy shit to be rapping about it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but now it's like you could just do what you want to do.
I just think that
Create your own persona.
it don't make it better though, right?
No, it don't
'Cause
make
we
it
talk
right.
about these young dudes and what they saying.
It don't make it
I mean,
right.
and people following them.
But that's
thinking
to me. That's probably why you felt it differently because it was like a real thing. Like
Well,
you know, it was really killing.
I mean, these
motherfuckers. Like, they
boys.
was running.
What's that young boy TK that had the song on the, like he's making these songs while he's on the run.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that's that drill rap stuff. They all doing it.
So it's just funny the way we kind of look
They
at
all
that
doing
stuff.
It. They all
Like,
do that joint now, but that's kind of different though a little bit because you damn near snitch on yourself. You go do something to somebody. And
But
you
I
rap
think
about
the
how it
drill
happened.
rappers are. So this is a whole different thing,
Yeah,
but
it is.
the drill rappers are purposely doing those things to create
create the rap,
lyrics.
right? So they all
And
right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Right.
even think they deny that. Like I think they know that if I go do something and rap about it while I'm doing it,
get
I will
popular.
go viral.
whatever.
Yeah.
so I think that so a lot of people say that Snoop toned down his image after that.
Oh,
After
had
he
to.
escaped that joint.
He had
After
to.
he didn't.
What was after Doggy Style?
I don't-
Yeah,
I
Doggy's
don't-
World.
yeah.
I
You
think
remember he went
Doggy's
people went
World.
Dog Father or something
He
like
went with
that.
Master P and
No,
all
that
them.
was like after. That was
But he had
way
a-
after.
he had
Something regular came after. Maybe Doggy's World, but something regular came after.
Snoop might got 15 albums. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
He
So you
did.
can't even
No,
like.
no,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
It ain't nothing even
Snoop
talk
lying
about.
for
Like,
a second.
that was a good album.
Didn't he do a gospel?
Which one?
Dog Father, yeah.
Dog. Oh, what's Dog Father?
No, listen, that Snoop Lion was
After
lying
the
for a
Dog
little bit.
Bit?
I'm
Which
not gonna
one?
lie. Snoop when he was
Snoop
when he was
Lion,
a roster.
when he was a roster.
Oh, I don't
Well, he
know.
turned
Never
roster for a
heard
second.
it.
And now he gospel.
Yeah, he
No,
did
it's-
gospel. He
that-
did.
that, you know.
He did.
Okay.
He did a little bit of
Like
all
you said,
that.
it's like
He
the
gonna
Ice
get
Cube.
all his coins.
Oh, every
Go
single
ahead,
one of
Snoop.
them. It's like Cube. It's like all of them. Cube was NWA.
I know.
Like,
Now he doing.
and now he went.
Listen, Cube wasn't no joke.
Are we there
bro.
yet? Are we there
Yeah.
yet?
Yo,
he's
Cube
doing that
wasn't.
joint.
movies with Neil Long.
Cube was all that,
Yeah,
man.
well, he
Cube-
was in
and
Neil
NWA.
Long, too, so.
They was. That's what I'm saying. So for me, I don't know what the year it was. It was a little earlier than that, but it was a window to what the West Coast was like, and it was like for me
Yeah,
that was it was acceptable
yeah,
rap because
yeah,
it was like
acceptable.
real rap. So it was like.
You think if Easy had lived, he would have been like flip the script like Snoop and Dre and Cube
Well,
and all that.
Easy wasn't a gangster like that. Easy was like Easy couldn't
They
even
would've
rap.
had
He
to,
was
though.
he was the one.
He
He was the one. Right? Like,
You
Easy
said
was
don't
crazy.
disrespect Easy.
No.
No, I'm just curious. Like,
when
if
he
you think he
said
would
we
have been
want
like,
Easy, they was talking about
Yo,
me.
yo, we want Easy. And Easy.
He said they want Easy. He was
Yo,
talking
we
about
want
me.
Easy.
Easy is my first
Easy
rap
does
crush
it.
of
Oh,
all
my God.
time.
And Boys in
And
the
Easy
Hood.
said that shall be done.
Listen,
Dog.
Easy does it.
Easy.
We want Easy and Boys in the Hood.
And I was born
The
in
crazy part
73.
about him,
Now
he couldn't
everybody
even.
want to know the AGE. Girls
Right,
always
right.
said fellas too
Yeah,
and see,
yeah.
and everybody thinking I was only 15. Listen,
Yeah.
Easy is my first rap crush ever.
I
No,
went
he
to
was all
go
right.
see
He was all right,
NWA
but, like,
movie
his rap had-
on a date with a cop, so that was awkward.
Really?
Mhm.
He couldn't enjoy the movie?
It was just like I don't know. He
See,
was,
Oh, because it was a bunch of it was a bunch of
NWA.
after police.
yeah, it was just like all like after police. I was just like,
Mhm.
sorry, guy.
That whole I think I watched something about that, and it was talking about how I think Ice-T did a song, "Cop Killer." Like it was just that whole time. It was just crazy.
But they the first one who had to get the parental advisory joint on the joint. That was the whole thing.
NWA.
Remember,
It
they
was
were- they were
because
like
of
Doing
them, right?
the band, Al Tipper
And
Gore
Tipper
had the
Gore.
whole.
they had
like,
the Niggas for Life album
And wasn't
that I had to sneak to listen to,
Oh.
and I couldn't buy it. You couldn't buy it.
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
it was yeah.
Dolores Tucker. She
Right,
Dolores
see
Tucker.
Dolores
She
Tucker. Yeah, see Dolores
she had-
Tucker.
She had a whole campaign against them
Yeah.
boys.
All right, so
We're
the,
not against rap. That's her. We're not
Right,
against rap. We are against those stars. Yeah.
so something else on this actually happened in March of '94, but the Soul Train Music Awards. So this is like kind of I don't think like the vibe and sort like BT Awards wasn't.
No,
Soul Train
it
was a
wasn't
little.
yet.
Was
Soul
more
Train was
like,
probably the first
Yeah,
black
it was the
joint.
first. It was the first one. So all right, so these are
but
these are
it's
the
like more
winners.
reputable though,
Yeah.
right? Like,
These are the winners. R&B Soul Album of the Year: Whitney Houston, "I'm Your Baby Tonight."
oh, okay.
R&B Single of the Year: R. Kelly,
Dang.
"I Could Love You Like That."
What's
love
that?
that.
That's not R. Kelly's.
Who?
I
What
could
song
love
is
you
that?
like that.
No,
That's all for one, ain't it?
That's definitely
he might have wrote it. You think he wrote it?
Maybe.
Probably.
I think he wrote it.
Probably.
Is it what is it? Song of the year?
Soul Single of the Year.
Oh well,
He
maybe
could have wrote it.
that's
Yeah.
definitely not R. Kelly. It's off of
He
one,
might have wrote
but
it,
He might
though.
have wrote
That's
it.
off one for sure.
Best R&B New Soul Artist: Shanice, "I Love Your Smile."
Is that the song?
Yeah.
I like that.
Best R&B Soul Male Artist: R. Kelly.
Damn.
Yo, I used to bang for R. Kelly.
Everybody
Yo,
did.
TP2.com.
Everybody did.
Yo,
No, the blue,
listen,
the album with the blue
listen.
cover.
The
Yo, the album with the blue cover, I think it was called R. Kelly.
Chocolate Factory. And
Me and
that's it.
Teray used to run that
12
CD
play?
into
Yo,
the
listen.
ground.
I know.
TMI. If I get listen, TMI, but I might got 3 kids off that joint.
Yo,
I'm sorry,
Listen.
Lord.
No, I'm sorry. This.
But
Listen.
Chocolate Factory, I miss Chocolate Factory
Yo.
more
No,
than
I
anything
mean,
on
that blue
the earth.
album was so good. Trade in my life.
No,
What's the blue
every
album?
album was good. It was like he just kept
Yo.
on putting out albums, man.
they call it
very-
a pop pipe.
I know it's so terrible.
It is.
Who and the thing is, there's so many people around him that just let him do that shit. That's the
They was all
crazy
getting
part.
paid.
One
They was all
thing's
getting
for
paid.
sure.
Man, you gotta listen to
But
the,
how much
the,
money,
the
like-
Diddy case.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, is it
I haven't
crazy?
been watching that joint as much, but that joint's a little crazy.
I haven't been listening.
So,
I gotta check it
Best
out.
R&B Soul. You need a moment.
Hard, man.
Best R&B Soul Artist.
Wait,
Whitney
I do
Go
have a
ahead.
question about R. Kelly. So somebody told me that if you stream his music, it goes to like the survivors. I
His
don't know if that's
JPay?
true or not.
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't go to his JPay.
No.
Supposedly,
Is that true?
the
I'm
judge
just curious
made
if
it
that's
so
true.
that any royalties or residuals or anything he get now
We need to run it
goes
up then.
to the survivor.
Right, right,
So
right.
that's why people was using that
He
as
about to go on title right now.
Down everything. Download.
People
Oh
was
my
using that
God.
as
I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
verify
man.
But
that.
it's
Can we
still
get a fact check?
Right, right.
That's still supposedly. But it was supposedly that was a settlement, and the
Yes,
judge
yeah, we gonna
made
get
it
a
so
fact
that
check.
any
That's cool.
residuals of royalties that he
I-
makes would go to
I just
victims.
I really liked him back in the day.
Best R&B Soul Female Artist: Whitney Houston.
Okay, yeah.
Best.
What
best
was the award ceremony when she was like, "You better lay low"? Was that Soul
That
Train?
might have
Oh,
been
no.
that.
I don't know.
And she was rapping, and that.
She was so
That's
high.
my baby. You better lay low. You better lay low.
Best R&B Soul Group Band or Duo: In Vogue.
Okay.
I like In Vogue.
In
I like In
Vogue,
Vogue.
yeah.
I did like.
Did
In
you see
Vogue.
the joint with the joint living in a car now?
Oh,
I did see that
darn.
post.
I think she's having like mental
Health,
issues.
yeah.
Yeah, So it was okay. So she was saying that I think like Jermaine Dupri got on the drink and was kind of like, how you talking about you got an assistant doing stuff for
Oh,
you. You live it
yeah.
like
No, she was trying
she
to
was saying-
negotiate a deal with In
Yeah.
Vogue while also saying she lives in her
Right,
car,
right.
but like saying what she's
and
not
also,
gonna.
she left her parents' house. Like she could have went back
Yeah.
to her parents' house.
So,
I think
um,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's like a
Wait, she's in the
little-
car now or
Yeah, no,
recently?
now.
No,
This
now,
is
but
a
I think it's
post.
her choice.
This was like within the past few months.
Oh.
She
All
has
right.
a
He's
place.
going to R. Kelly.
So they're still doing the legal proceedings, but there is one victim with a $4 million civil judgment and a landlord that's on $3.5 million that can go after
The
his
royalties.
as of 2020 because Sony Music is holding over 1.5 million in royalties.
They the one getting it. They the one got
Yeah,
it.
they getting
They the
it.
one got it.
so.
Thank
I'm
you.
told her.
Best rap single: Wu-Tang Clan, Cream.
Man. Which one?
Mm.
Oh, yeah,
What's
Cream.
single?
Cream. Yeah, yeah.
That again. Talk about
That's
a
one of the
video.
first. Yeah,
Talk about a video that went with a song.
that's another good like number
Yeah,
one
okay.
album that we were
Everything
talking
about.
about.
Like when I
that-
first heard that, I said, "Wait, Cream."
Yeah.
So,
I heard that.
This is
That's
how y'all know
amazing.
that music really do be the soundtrack to your life because I'm figuring out where I am when
Yeah.
you
That's
that
what it
like
is.
that's why I'm like
Yeah.
this 94 and then I could see myself like in
Cash
chemistry
Yeah.
listening to
Yeah.
and
We,
so yes,
I teach
I
a,
get
this is
confirmed.
like kind of like nerdy or whatever, but I teach a
Hmm.
class
Is it?
on shut up social media and social movements. And one of the units I do is like art and music for social change. And so one of the assignments I have the students do is find like what is your favorite or most well known piece of protest music or art. And so they come in, they do some research about it and like talk about where the song came from or where the piece of art came from. And but one of the things I talk about in the lecture is like how music is portable and that's what makes it so good for individuals and for social change is because we all carry our own soundtrack of our life and with
real.
us, right? And now we can have it at our fingertips, right?
Right,
Like
right.
you don't need a bunch of books, you just have like in your mind and these songs and these clips that you just sort of take with you everywhere you
So
go.
even us growing, we had to have a CD folder.
Exactly.
yeah, I'm
Right,
telling y'all.
exactly.
Let me
And I
adjust
don't
mine.
remember something. If you bring up like a song or something
Good
around
job.
that time,
But to your point though, that
I'm
After
right
Police,
back to that
NWA
place.
is like gotta be number one.
What'd you say?
After Police, NWA joint gotta be like
for a protest.
yeah,
music.
protest song.
Oh, I play that. I play like self-destruction.
Taylor makes really
Oh,
good.
I play a
shit.
lot of
And
Nina
Taylor makes
Simone.
really good protest music. Like, let's not
Fela
give it
Kuti.
automatically.
Public Enemy,
to,
I play a lot of.
Yeah, you talking about
Rap.
American, like Bob
Yeah,
Marley's
Fela Kuti
protest.
makes
Bob Marley,
very
yeah.
good
It's a really good unit. I have a playlist. I'll share it with y'all.
Like giving it to NWA.
All right, so Wu-Tang Clan also got best rap album with the
Who?
Enter the 36
Enter the
Chambers.
36
Oh,
Wu-Tang
yeah.
Clan.
That album was that's
That's
a
the
great
number
album, too.
one.
No,
Yeah,
a good
that's the
album, too.
yeah.
So-
So
Your
Whitney
second
Houston
album?
cleaned up. So she got the Sammy Davis Jr. Award for Entertainer of the Year.
She should have.
Mhm.
What I guess Waiting to Excel came out that
No,
year
not Wait
too?
the Hell. You mean Bodyguard John probably was out there.
Bodyguard, yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
Bodyguard.
I was
Of
so sick of that
everything.
Joan, bro.
She
Yeah.
killed that joint on man.
I was so sick of it.
And she
man.
wasn't that good at that joint, but when she started singing, it was all that.
Are we doing?
I never
Whitney
even saw the
Slater? Is
movie, which
Whitney
is-
Slater
No,
happen?
no. I listen.
But anyway,
And it was written by Dolly Parton, originally a country
that's
song.
why she was
It is.
getting Lifetime Achievement
But it is
Awards
one-
in '94
listen,
because she's the mother of everything.
It's one
So-
Whitney song that I bang with. That
You don't like
is-
Whitney Houston?
No, I do.
Oh.
You gonna say one
Okay.
day?
No, but it's a
Bentley.
particular song that I was
Okay.
listening to. Like, wait,
Run to You is really good.
no, she
What-
like a super side
what
joint on the
time?
joint.
Oh yeah.
What's the
Oh, Saving All My Love.
Saving All My Love.
I
Yeah.
was
That's
like,
her first album. That's she
Oh,
was
yeah.
19 singing
Well, I
that
listened
type
to-
of
And the
stuff.
joint was on the beach on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
When
it's
she's like
the
Yeah,
tan,
the
I
hair.
said,
peach
whoa,
looking.
whoa,
Yeah.
super side
No,
joint
that-
vibes.
that-
Whitney.
She was young. They
few
just made her
stolen
sing
moments.
whatever.
Listen,
Is
a
all that we
few-
share.
Right. I was like, man. So
I have a playlist that's
Okay.
called Entanglements that has all like side joint songs on it. I'll
Really?
send that to y'all
Oh,
too.
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Share that.
I will, I'll share it.
Yeah.
Share that in the group chat.
All right.
That's crazy.
The Legend Award went to Shaka Khan.
Okay.
Nice.
Shaka's
Okay.
still doing it. Oh, they about to have a Legends concert. Isn't that what they call? With like
Wow.
Patty, Shaka, Gladys
Shaka's-
Knight, and
Why
I know you
Stephanie
want to go to that,
Mills
don't you?
Why
I
Stephanie
got a
Mills in
short
it?
story. I'm at the
Stephanie Mills, they niece.
that's her niece.
She
They
not. This the
Oh,
top
she
bill, and
niece.
she
But-
right here.
Remember
But
on
But
the
you need
I
some.
love you,
You need
Stephanie.
some
no,
young.
but remember
Some
when
young,
they had
some
the
like
what was the
still
joint they was doing during
But
COVID?
she right here, and they up here.
Oh yeah, no, not the
Versus.
verses.
It was versus, and
was
Shaka
the-
Khan was high and messed up. Stephanie Mills,
They
Same
did a
time.
versus
She
against
No,
each
ate.
other.
that was
That was the DJ ball.
DJ ball.
Yeah.
Oh, the other
It wasn't
ball.
versus. It was DJ with the hat.
Yeah, Cassidy.
Yeah, the other
You
ball.
sure?
They still
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that joint
yeah.
now too.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know they still did it.
Yeah,
I
but
like
she
it, but I like
saved
playing
Shaka
that-
Khan in that
She did,
joint.
and Shaka.
Let me tell you something about Shaka.
Every single, other than the tiny desk, she ate the tiny. You ate the tiny desk.
Oh, I gotta watch
Chaka.
that.
Fire.
She
Listen,
ate
Tiny
the tiny desk.
Where
I'm trying to get
Every
invited
other
to one,
public
man.
performance,
How we
Chaka,
get-
So
how
if
you get
anybody know
invited?
how I can get on a tiny desk, let me know.
I'm doing backstage
So I
security.
tried to get tickets for
For Tiny
Tiny
Desk.
Desk.
Oh,
You
you doing
can't.
Unless you work at NPR.
Marie about to get
You have to
do
work for
Tiny Desk, and
NPR?
I will
Did you?
literally go. I mean, I will find somebody so I can go to A. Marie's Tiny Desk.
I don't think you would. I think Sean. I think
know.
you.
You'd be crying.
Yeah, I don't. I don't see it. I don't see you making it. I don't want to crush your
Now, when
dreams, but
when
I will
I'm saying
I will
right next to y'all,
babysit.
when I'm saying right next to y'all at the Nas Orchestra thing, don't say nothing.
I will babysit anytime. Literally,
No, listen,
drop
so
them
Shaka
off.
Khan, I'm at one of them like Made in America things. I'm doing backstage security.
Are you better?
And yeah, I mean, I was talking the whole time, but
look.
she was,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
chain smoking.
Oh,
No,
what's
no,
it?
I mean, I'm like this, like smoking one, like the other one, like that. Another one like that for the whole time. So when she go on stage, she's like, it's a little step to go on stage. It's like this. She said, threw it out, and it said,
Oh
Yeah.
my
This
god!
Yeah.
Why
I
is
mean-
her voice not going?
I don't. You've been doing it for
That's a
years,
little
probably.
bit
She probably like, if I stop smoking, then it's
can't
gonna
say no
go.
more.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about. I've
It's a little
never
bit gone.
seen that anything in my life before. In my life, I said nobody works about to sing that's good, and went out there and killed it.
Mm.
I mean, killed it. It's probably how else too, though, but that's another story.
But I was about
Oh,
to say,
yeah.
I think too, all the legends might be off. Like they say Anita, you know how much we love Anita, and they said Anita be off.
Stop.
some-
Wait, what they say? I don't. What do they say
No,
about
you know
Anita
what?
Baker?
I went to the
They
Anita
said
Baker-
Anita be off. Yeah, they said, and people be mad.
I went to the
Yes.
Anita Baker concert and when she was in Las Vegas. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
I would say.
Good.
But then,
Yep, there you
but
go.
then she did a tour, and I went to the tour. I took my parents to the tour one in Baltimore, and it was one of the worst concerts.
Yeah,
What-
my
what
sister
make- what
said
make
on
it
the
bad?
It was
tour-
Anita Baker and
What make
Babyface.
what make it
Oh,
bad?
that's the
They was
one,
like
yeah.
her and Babyface was beefing.
With beefing. No, Babyface a diva.
But my little sister
No, they
said
said
that.
Anita Baker's a diva.
No, I heard
But they
Babyface.
said Luther Vandross and Anita Baker didn't get along because they said Luther said she was like a,
She
a
did. She
diva
did
type.
way too much.
Every time I hear about it's Babyface,
It's Anita.
It's Anita.
I worked Anita shows. It's Anita.
He don't want to hear it because he
No,
love Anita
listen.
Baker.
let's see about
So
It's Anita Baker.
the Heritage Award went to the Isley brothers at the Soul
Okay.
Train.
Mr. Big.
it was old
What was
then.
they
It was old
songs?
then.
They just gave you know they giving out
Oh,
the
it was a lifetime award.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 7 years old then.
All right, so we
Meanwhile, who knew they was gonna come back? With
Come
the
back.
Isleys, right?
You know, Mr. Big. So even like
Mr. Big.
R.
he
Kelly.
made it. Damn, R. Kelly. Damn.
Damn.
I know.
Lord.
Listen,
Trapped in the closet.
I feel like that just came.
that whole
like,
series,
I
yo.
feel like the kids know about just learn about
Okay.
that now because it's like on TikTok or something.
Okay.
Trapped in
So
the
this is
closet.
my- this
He was waiting for that joint to come
We
out.
are not gonna act like Trapped in the Closet was quality
No, it was terrible.
content.
Yeah, but
That was
no,
poor-
the content.
Whoa,
It was like social one of them TikTok stories
Yeah.
before.
Okay, so yeah, I
Yeah.
agree
Yeah,
with
like-
that, but we're not gonna act like that. It was good. We was waiting for it to laugh and like because it was
That
funny
yo-
and stuff.
it
We
was
wasn't-
good.
I was trying to find out what
what
was
was
next.
happening? Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like what was next? What?
And she's like,
I'm on
I,
board like
I
this.
hated every
It was
time
so
I heard it, I
many. How
hated
many
it.
of them was
But I
it?
needed
I'm
to
a
hear
four,
it
at
so
least
that I
four or
could
five.
see what happened next. But every time I heard it,
Trapped
I
in the
hated it.
closet.
Every single time.
All right. So are we gonna do some this or that? All right,
Okay.
we're gonna wrap up with some this or that. I already know where everybody gonna go with this one. Illmatic or Southern Playalistic?
Come on, man.
Still mad.
All right, I'm mad at
Illmatic.
It'll match 3 times a day.
All right, wait.
33
Go ahead.
chapters.
We doing that from this is a nice. I like this segment. So is this or that my opinion in the 9th grade, or is this or that my opinion right now?
It's just I'm not saying answer for that, but go ahead.
Mine
I
is probably
don't
gonna
know.
be
Yours would be different right now.
Well, not me. I'm just saying on
okay,
any
yeah,
question.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
not
yeah.
Illmatic and Southern Playalistic, but on other questions.
So I
maybe
actually
would
have
answer
some
that might be.
that's like from then versus now too.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But
So I'm
if
still
you,
saying Illmatic.
if you feel inclined,
It'll match. It's not even close. I don't think.
to explain.
I
See,
think
I would say it's not even close. It's unfair to even compare.
No,
it
it-
to a lot of
it-
songs.
it
Like
is,
it's just too.
it is.
But that's to us. I'm sure there's a Outkast fan who thinks that Southern Playalistic is way better than
a buddy
Illmatic.
that I argue all the time who thinks Stillmatic is better than Illmatic. I'm not gonna say his name.
So
See if you a nut.
so listen.
I was about to say I've seen that on your comment.
So wait.
It's high or something.
It's an album that I see people put up with Illmatic.
What?
J. Cole Friday Night Lights.
No, man.
I never heard the whole J. Cole.
I don't think I
album,
listened
yo.
to
You
that.
never heard
Listen
Friday
to
Night Lights?
Not
No,
all the
not
way
the whole
through.
It's
album.
really good.
I haven't.
The
I'm
whole
gonna have to
album.
listen to it.
The whole
Yeah,
Friday Night
I'm
Lights.
gonna listen to it as home.
The whole Friday Night
I
Lights.
like J. Cole, but I don't know if I
No,
listen
the
to
whole, no, it's not weird.
No.
It's
What's
not.
Not even
is on
Illmatic.
It's
Even
it's
from a
Friday
Gen
Night
Zer?
Lights. So
Oh,
But
okay,
what
okay.
song is on?
Do you like Nas though?
it's like a
Okay,
it's
okay.
almost like a mixtape. So
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's
like
my-
you
okay.
you gotta hear it.
So it's not like Mr. Nice
It,
Watch.
it,
ain't
it
none of
wasn't
those.
released because
Okay.
it was like everything wasn't cleared on it. But it's
Okay.
like it's
I'm
a
gonna
way
listen to
like
Dude, the production on Illmatic, the producer on Illmatic is like, it's just stupid. They're not gonna
no,
do it.
no. I'm just saying this is something that I hear people put
I'm
up
gonna listen
against.
to it as homework
Me
just
too,
so
I'm
I
gonna
can
listen to it,
give
me
my.
too.
you
So I already
know.
asked y'all said above the rim or let's do this. Above the rim or poetic justice? Which one you watching?
Poetic
Above the
Justice.
I'm watching above the rim.
No, I can't.
Oh yeah,
see
you
it.
don't like poetic. That's right. We did this already.
Listen.
Y'all don't like poetic justice.
Are you serious? Poetic justice?
They both was trash.
Are
I
you
saw that in the
serious?
movie theater
At least,
in Connecticut.
I can look at Janet Jackson.
I
Cut it
get
out.
And I
no
remember the girl I
basketball
went
if I
with
watch
had
Above
like
the Rim.
braids
That's
and
what
one of them
And,
hats
and
on
other
too.
Joan
She
who
really
was there?
thought
Who's
she
other
was
Joan there?
justice.
Kim.
Kim.
You
Yeah.
know that's my character.
Aisha.
Oh, Aisha.
Aisha.
Aisha. Yeah.
All right. Let me see if y'all remember this.
Freaking Joan.
Jan Sports or East Packs? You remember
Jan-
East Packs?
Jan Sport.
Jan
Sport.
Sport
Either
still.
one. They was both
Although I
expensive.
feel like they was identical, so I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
was-
why.
Was they both made by the same?
Probably. They look
Probably they was the same, except
Kids
the
still rocking
tag.
Jan
One
Sports?
said
I
Jan.
think-
Oh, Layla got a Jan Sport.
I tried to get Millie a Jan Sport and an East
Now,
Pack.
you
My
want a
daughter
picture
got
of
a high Sierra.
If you had
I don't know what
a
that
leather
is.
bottom,
Jan Sport?
now that's official.
Yeah, that's a
the brown,
The brown hard,
leather,
yeah, that's
No,
think
it
that
was like
made
a
the Layla
Swedish.
got
Swedish.
named.
Yeah, like a
suede leather,
suede-y,
like suede
yeah.
or whatever. Like that was official. You feel me? Other than that, you gonna have a hole in your pedals falling out.
My book bag probably came from Walmart.
All right, so this one- So we- So we kind of talked about the end of the year, right, with the proms and stuff and the dances. You doing prom shoe? So you think about this from today:
Mm.
prom shoes or the dress sneakers?
Everybody wore shoes back then.
for
I guess it's
life
for-
or
I mean, just in general, like
for
today.
me,
Are you gonna pick? You going on a prom? You wearing shoes or you wearing like the Alexander
Boy sneakers?
Queens or the Balenciagas? Or,
Oh, if I was going, okay,
Yeah.
so
I think I'm still wearing shoes.
yeah,
wearing
I'm not
shoes.
letting Shorty wear
wearing
sneakers on the
shoes.
prom.
yeah, I didn't let
Dress
any,
shoes.
neither one of my young boys.
Yep,
I
no
was like,
sneakers.
yeah, shoes.
The girls wear sneakers to the dances.
They do,
And because they got the whole sneaker ball concept like that already, so you can do that later on.
If it's a sneaker ball, right?
All the,
but
but
not
all
to
the,
the
like
prom.
all like I try to get Layla to wear like real and Amina, both of them to wear like real shoes to all of their dances, and they're like, no, they all wore sneakers to
They gotta wear
everything.
shoes.
Yeah, I was
Alright.
surprised I got Millie to
I just got a bedtime
get,
reminder,
like
too,
a
my phone.
stiletto for prom. 'Cause I-
Your sleep reminder went on.
Bedtime reminder.
So Outkast or Migos?
Ooh, I like
Good
Migos.
question.
Wait,
I'm going with
I'm
Outkast, but
I like
that's a
Migos.
really good question.
Migos.
I like Migos.
Migos got some stuff.
Now,
with
they
them.
just
do.
is bad and
Yeah.
bougie, and that's a really good song.
Yeah, it is.
Migos got some
Song.
stuff.
I'm not saying they don't.
Like they hold for this era, they definitely hold their weight.
I actually like
Yeah.
them too, and I don't like a lot of rappers.
But I'm still saying
But
Outkast.
I'm still saying
I'm too
Outkast.
old to be saying
You heard
Migos.
Amigos before?
I'm too old to be
I
saying
think-
Amigos. So
Okay.
it's Outkast.
The next group,
Used to be friends with Drake. Yeah. One of them got killed. Married to Cardi
All right,
B.
so
You know who Cardi B is?
Cardi B, Miss Cardi
You know
B.
who that is? Okay.
yo, she not with the ball no more. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah,
She went a
no.
whole
She
new
won
ball
the-
like
she
a
won the
Nick.
football
She's like
I
a
did.
Nick.
I saw that,
yeah.
and I was just like,
Okay, yeah, she got a whole new ball.
Yeah.
so all
But
right,
listen,
so
I seen just it's funny you say that. I seen the John, what's his name, Offset, right? Her boyfriend, whatever.
Mhm.
I seen the John with him. He like it's like 5 girls. He went each John. He went a different John. He had his own way.
You got money. So
Oh, she got
Are
money
they
off that John too.
divorced?
Yeah.
so
She got money.
so all right, Tupac and Above the Rim, or Damson Idris and Snowfall.
Oof, Damson.
Oh,
Idris
Damson
in
over
anything.
Tupac any day of any
Wait,
month.
that's
Damson
English-
Idris.
English boy.
Yeah, I gotta go
And
with him. I
he
like
can
him.
What was that
just-
character
He don't
name?
even have to do
Uh,
nothing. Franklin
Franklin.
Scott.
Franklin.
Come on.
Franklin.
I didn't even watch it, but I watched enough of it.
He don't gotta
I
do
couldn't
nothing.
think of a
He don't
Tupac
gotta act.
character
Come
that
on,
I
man.
would
y'all,
pick.
y'all
All he
very
gotta do
biased.
is just sit-
Y'all
just
very
sit
No, but
Like-
what
Well,
Tupac
no, I'ma
character
tell you-
would I pick?
Now, I'm gonna tell you.
Did
right
you
now,
watch Snowfall?
I did watch
Oh,
Snowfall.
you did?
I didn't finish it because it got kind of corny at the end. But
You gotta
I ain't
finish it.
finishing
that
either.
Franklin character was good character, and he's a
was.
great actor too. I like
Yeah,
him.
he is, and he.
I like him.
fine.
All right, you doing a starter jacket or a
Did you see him
Montclair?
rip the
Starter jacket.
race driver thing off at the Met Gala?
Oh,
Starter
gosh.
jacket.
I'm sorry. I was
starter
talking
jacket or
about Damson
Montclair?
Idris.
Oh, starter jacket.
Starter jacket.
Yeah.
With the hat.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
No, give me a Charlotte Hornets joint.
I knew you was gonna say that, but the North Carolina, the
You doing a Montclair.
original
I know
North
you're doing a
Carolina
Montclair.
I don't know. I'm
with
probably
just
not
North
even doing
Carolina
it.
on
I'm
the
probably
bed.
doing like a, I don't even know. Something.
Charlotte Hornets was the hottest joint back because Larry Johnson.
Yeah, but
The
that
color-
was not
color was
the
hot.
original starter.
The
The
color was hot.
original starter, the best color was North Carolina blue,
That's too.
All right.
and it just
Trapper Keeper or iPad?
Bulls was all that too.
Mm.
the
Bulls was all that.
that just said
What?
Chicago on the bed.
Trapper Keeper. or
A
iPad?
Trapper
Trapper
Keeper.
Keeper or iPad?
I mean,
Trapper
iPad
Keeper.
do so much stuff now. I mean, you gotta go take down on that
I
joint.
don't know. Trapper Keeper with some Lisa Frank stickers
Yeah,
on it.
Trapper Keeper.
I don't know.
You got all the bottles in that joint. Did you all the bottles in your joint? I know you did.
Like 6 Lisa Frank folders, so you
Yes.
can't get the cheapy
See,
roll on
I-
it too.
Yes, absolutely.
Like
I had that for the
folders.
first month of the school year, and by the second month, it was nothing in that joint anyway. So I'm going with
With the
iPad.
iPad.
I'm going with iPad.
All right. TLC and SWV
Mm.
or SZA and Coco Jones?
Ooh, I had feelings for Coco Jones.
So I don't know who the other people are, so I'm gonna have to go with.
They just came
I'm
out with a
sad
movie,
that I
right?
missed her at, you know, she was just at the film.
I'm gonna go with TLC and SWV.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Her and Lady London.
I
We was the first date of her
am
tour.
straight, but I have feelings for Coco Jones.
So wait, they just did a movie, right? SZA and
Cool.
Oh, they
No,
did.
SZA and
oh Kiki
Oh,
Palmer.
no, Keke Palmer, that's right.
SZA and
Layla
oh
went
my
to the
God,
SZA
for that
and
movie.
Kendrick.
Kendrick concert.
Yeah.
It was good.
I
Was she
didn't
like
take
that?
her. I
Oh,
purchased
she
the
went with
tickets
that.
and sent her with someone else.
Sat outside.
Oh, y'all like her too.
All right. Mandela's
Yeah.
94 victory or Obama's 2008?
What was the first one?
Obama. We ain't have
Mandela
Oh.
94 victory or Barack's?
Obama. I didn't cry.
Well, I didn't go through nothing, Mandela.
And not only that, I'm saying Mandela too because what happened? I mean,
Obama.
he did not. So,
I mean, for our generation,
Obama.
Of
Y'all was
course,
crying when
Obama.
y'all seen Obama.
Okay.
I
on
was
that
crying
stage.
when I
So
went
he
not
was the
crying.
first black American president. So yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Clinton was the
growing up-
first black president. No, I'm
you
just
growing
joking.
up saying I could be president. It finally happened. That was it. But he ain't do nothing.
I
though,
didn't
so
care
I'm
about
just-
that.
I could
I
debate the
only care
blackness
for
of
the
it.
elders. I didn't care
I could
about
debate
that.
that.
It was.
I still think we could be anything
Biracial
because the times is different.
And
But
OJ
I
getting off is bigger
cried
than me.
because the elders got to see a black,
black
president.
president.
I didn't cry
That's
for me
true.
seeing a black president. I
Yeah.
didn't care.
OJ getting off. What year was that? What year OJ get off?
OJ.
That was 95.
So OJ actually is the
96.
summer of 94 was the chase.
Oh, because I was in. No, it
So
wasn't summer.
yeah, it
no,
was
no.
like right.
That's
So
coming.
we about to come
No.
up to that.
the fun,
Okay,
the
yeah.
summer of 94 was
coming
the
up to
chase.
that.
That was the chase. But I told him when he got quitted. Because I was in school when it
I was in
happened.
11th
96.
grade, so that
I
was
was in
96.
school.
It was, that was
yeah.
96
Six.
because I was in Dr. Lipton's physics.
And I was in-
it was like almost like a
Spencer
mutiny.
came
I
in
was
the
in Mr.
room
Lee's class in
because
physics.
Dr. Lipton wouldn't let us watch it. And Spencer Kelly came in the room from a whole nother class where it was like, not guilty.
Yo, it was like almost a fight in that joint. It was like a brawl in that joint.
I mean, it was
White
so
people was
split
mad.
down racial lines.
my
It was
God, white people
crazy.
was-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
white
I
people
can't.
was
I
going
can't. We
nuts.
gotta do like a whole
We was
joint on
That was the whole,
OJ.
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
We gotta
show
do a
on that
whole
joint.
joint
You
on
just
OJ.
do, yeah, because
That
that's
was
coming
crazy.
out.
That
That's
was
summer
that
of
was
94.
OJ.
Just an OJ.
All right, I got
They were mad about that joint.
Love Note or mixtape. Which one you doing?
I don't know what either
What's
one
a
of those
love-
are.
If you
like
make,
writing
if you
a
I was
love
a love
note?
note
you
boy.
gonna write a love note or you gonna make a mixtape? For
I
a
was a
girl?
love note boy. I was a boy that
Or
hear a song
boy.
and write it down and write the whole song and then email it to him.
You
I
did
was
what?
a love note.
What
Love
was
note.
that? You wrote you made a mixtape.
No,
I'm gonna do
Oh,
it.
you write a lo-
I'm gonna do a
Write the whole
mixtape.
joint and
In
send it.
did
ninth
what,
grade, I
Sarah?
wasn't doing no mixtapes. I would have wrote it in like, yeah. I probably didn't.
I might have wrote the songs.
That's what I'm saying. I wrote the whole
Oh,
song.
the
like the
lyrics?
song?
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
that's
not the
definitely
lyrics.
me.
I just like the names of the songs.
Oh, I was about to say that was. I
Oh,
would write a
the whole
whole
lyrics?
song lyric
Oh,
and
right,
give
the
you that
whole
like that
lyrics.
was a
That's what
poem
I'm
I wrote.
confused about.
Right?
I never get a Kent William Penn. I had one.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Listen.
Like,
had to
I
take
wrote
the
you a
lead.
poem.
I'll make you a
Rewind.
I'll make a playlist. Yeah.
Playlist nice.
Yeah.
All right, listen, man. It's been
It's
great.
a wrap.
It's a wrap. Class of
Freshman
97.
year. Woo.
Freshman
End
year.
of the
What did y'all do summer freshman year?
summer.
Did you work?
I ain't.
Well, I told
Really?
you I went to Texas.
As a
and
ninth
realized I
grader?
had to come back
Texas,
to
yeah.
Philadelphia.
Jeez.
Did
I
we
think I
smoke in
worked.
ninth? That was ninth grade.
That was
We talked about that?
Yeah.
That
At her
was
house.
probably
We
the
went at her
spring
house
in
on
ninth
her
grade.
I
basement.
didn't.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't think
probably
I-
the
I-
spring.
Tubahogga
I
Street.
don't
I don't
remember
think
either. I
so.
remember what I did.
Huh?
Tubahogga Street.
I must have been working.
Quick story about that real quick before we go. I never get buying the weed. Remember I bought the weed? So
At the writing store.
at the store, right? So
Mhm.
I go. I said, "Yo, let me get 2 weeds." He
Let me get 2 weeds.
2 weeds. 2 weeds.
So he said two
He said-
weeds.
he said-
and, he,
he said-
and it was
Jamaica ball
a
said,
Jamaica
what?
ball. Yeah.
What? I said, "Yo, what's from your mind?" So I was, I walked
Yo.
out. He was like, I hit the door. He's like, "Yo, come back." So you can't buy the weed like that. Let me buy something first. I was like, all right. He's like,
Right
get
on
two chips.
Market Street.
Grab 2 bags of chips. Put chips in the joint. He put the chips in there. Put the weed in the bag. It was like,
Let me get
here
2
you go.
weeds.
2 weeds.
No, he
weeds.
he definitely said 2 weeds.
What is wrong with you?
And we left out the store, and we only got weed because the boy called us
Hey,
back.
yo, come back. That was nice. That was nice. Going
Wagwan.
to 10th grade.
And that's when all the variety stores
Yeah, that's what
mostly
that-
just
what's
sold
uptown?
weed.
What's
I didn't use drugs.
I don't use drugs either
Right.
no more. But I had to run.
Hey man, we get with y'all soon, hopefully.
Soon.
Class of 97.
Class of 97 out.
Big
fun.
things are going.
I
Class of 97.
One.
That was fun.